Train Manager, upgrading trains. So I have some trains here that I decided I wanted to get rid of because they don't carry a lot of passengers. And this vehicle is here in Amarillo. I'm guessing it's, I don't know what line it is, but it's got to be on this purple line because that's a very short line. So it looks like it is on this line over here, which is in fact purple. You see over here it says remaining demand, it says 3,000, and the capacity is only 200. And I only send my trains out once, maybe twice a day. It takes like 4 hours for all of my trains to get to their destination. So I estimated I could do 3 or 4 departs per day. That means I could easily get a train with 800 passengers. The issue is I only have 8 million in cash. So what can you get for 8 million in cash? And this right here was 1.3 million. Well, actually it says -2. I think it's the same train. It says 1.3 million. I could get this one, which has 450 passengers, for 5 million. And this one has 450 passengers for 6 million. The first one that I mentioned has a 750 kilometer range. Doesn't matter because this track is only 179, so it'll be fine. This one has lower passenger. That has lower passenger. This one is above my budget. So what I could do is wait till I have some money, get this vehicle that's above my budget for more passengers, or I could just do it now and get the cheaper train. So the first thing you need to do is you got to know where you are, Amarillo. This line is going to disappear when I sell the train. So you got to remember Amarillo, and you got to remember the track because it's not going to be pink. But you got to remember it's this line over here, track number 10. Where there's the Melrose range over here. Okay, so this vehicle is out of service, so I can go to here and do sell or scrap. It always ends up being scrapped. Sell for 634,000 or scrap for 500,000. So I'm going to sell the train. And now I got to quickly buy another one before I forget Amarillo, etc. So it was 200. I want to get up into 450. The cheapest one is going to be this one, which is electric. I could go with this other vehicle, which is gas powered. And I could get this one. But the issue I'm going to have is I won't have the money to pay for the electricity. And, it's going to be a 7-hour delivery time. I'm going to run out of cash. Not going to be able to run it right now. I think the smart thing to do is going to be to buy the one with the higher capacity. So I am going to buy that train, and I'm going to put it in Amarillo. Notice that it's not alphabetized. So it's going to Amarillo, and then when it gets there, I am going to make sure I get it on the right track. So I'm low on cash. I want to make sure I don't run out of cash. I'm going to check my marketing. You notice I still have 2 hours of marketing left. So I'm going to depart the train. Brought in a lot of cash. 361,000 is pretty good. I used to actually live on Long Island, so I used to ride the train on Long Island. I've also ridden Syracuse to Rochester. So we've got 2 vehicles pending. You know, it says over here you can deliver now for 34 points. I recommend you don't do that because points are very valuable. You want to save your points to do the spot lock capacity upgrade. I really need another 4 points so I can get this upgrade. And unfortunately, I can't upgrade it. I might have to buy a cell phone just so I can make videos for this game. Because I'm low on cash, I'm not going to spend any money right now. I'll be checking over the next 2 hours for other trains that are going to come in. There's one right there. Okay, so he needs electricity in order to depart. He must be a pretty big train. Only brought in 108,000. So I guess he wasn't a big train. Okay, so I got some gaps over here. I do recommend that you pick a large country like the United States. If you pick a small country, you're going to have issues with running trains. And if I had to go between Mexico and Canada, maybe I would pick Canada because Canada has the longer tracks. Mexico is a smaller country. I don't have the money. I can't buy the points to do international lines. So I'm going to be working in this area over here. It's going to cost me 90 million to get another hub. And I've maxed out a lot of the lines. So what you want to do is sell your smaller trains, like my Siberia with 350. I'm going to sell my smaller trains and get into the bigger trains. Don't buy the Shinotsuke unless you really want to waste a lot of money. Watch my video that explains all the details. Doesn't make money. Lots of problems with it. So I've got 13 of these Siberias I'm going to have to sell, and I'm going to have to upgrade them, but I need the cash. Another train came in. So I need the cash, made 135. That's a train that definitely needs to be upgraded. Need the cash to upgrade all these trains. To do the yard slot, 100 million I need. So I'm going to be upgrading trains. Getting 13 trains is going to take me maybe a month or two to buy all the replacement trains. Then you see I got 2 450s and the 525. I got 43 of the Wexal Kasu. This was probably the train that I just bought earlier in this video. So after I sell those, I've got a lot of trains to sell. You want to get the Navia X-Line or CX42. It's a really good deal. And that is what is going to be raising all your cash. This is an example right here, this orange line of a short line. We're going to see what type of train this is. It's only got 4 stops. Doesn't have the passenger demand. That's one of the things that's really difficult about the game. Finding something like passenger demand. I was able to see it when I took the vehicle out of service. But when it's in service, you can't see the passenger demand. You know, it's really difficult. And if you go to routes, wherever it is. And you try to find this. I mean, you know how hard it's going to be to find that route through here. It is Billings, and it's not alphabetized. You got to go through everything to find the one that's in Billings. I could have passed it for all I know. So it's very difficult to find out some basic information that I need. Not going to matter because I will sell the train who knows when. This says Billings to Jamestown. This is to Douglas. Now I'm going to look again. It was an orange line. There it is, right? And it looks like the same information. It doesn't show the demand. Although over here, has a remaining demand, 35,000. Maybe I missed something. You cannot see the demand while it's driving. I do get the delayed issue. I don't understand why, because I probably set it to run at a slower speed. Probably not running at full speed, but why is it delayed? The game doesn't explain why it's delayed. I think there was an indicator somewhere for a delayed train. This one's delayed too. Looks like another train arrived, which is right here. Passenger demand is 23,000. That's huge. Okay, that's a little bit about upgrading a train, and you just go visually look for a short route. See, it looks like I got one over here. It could be the same situation. If there's a high demand, you want to make sure it carries the most amount of passengers, and then you make more money. And when you make more money, you'll get your new stations faster, be able to fill in all the gaps and add any new routes. And some of the stations only have like 2 lines. Looks like this one only has 3, which is Phoenix. Okay, so that's how I upgrade a train. I've got a lot of trains I'm going to be upgrading, and if you have any questions or comments, go to my discussion forum, go to the transportation management, and then look under trains. And I am the owner of cheapbooks.com, which is a search engine for books and textbooks. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.